shriek. Wonder.
Oh dear Lord!
Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for tuning into another episode of the Detour podcast. Today we're just going to go over some fun stories, just kind of hang out just with Dakota and I. So I'm your host, Rusty, and this is Dakota.
Hello.
And we're just going to kind of go about, some of our funniest stories and just have a good time, hang out. So, what is one of your funniest memories from, I guess, our friend group? Which, picture right here, Mr. Editor. Yeah, so our friend group consists of me, Rusty, Dakota, Nick, who was on our previous episode, and our other buddy, Andrew, the one who just commissioned into the military. We've had many crazy nights. We've only known each other for, what?
2.5 years.
2.5 years?
Saw it the other day. 2.5 years.
We've been through some times together. It's been fun, been crazy, but some of our funniest stories. So buckle up.
If I'm going to be completely honest, I have no idea where to start with that question.
I do.
What is it?
I do. Andrew's 21st birthday party.
Oh my gosh,
dude, we got so messed up. We were all over 21. Let's be clear. We're all over 21, and our buddy Andrew was turning 21, and he was like, guys, let's make it happen. And I was like, let's do it.
Oh, yeah.
I think we ended up spending over $200 in shots.
Andrew spent $300.
I know I spent over $200
and then,
in shots.
I don't know if y'all guys know, whenever you go to the Joe,
Cotton Eye Joe in Knoxville, Tennessee, if people don't know.
You spend over, I think, $250.
No, it's if you spend over $50.
They automatically put a gratuity percentage on there. And our buddy
20%
Andrew,
gratuity.
20%. And our buddy Andrew was so drunk that he didn't realize that and gave the lady like another $50 tip. So he spent over $100 just on
tip. Just the tip.
Just the tip.
Just the tip was over $100. That, and then it got even crazier going home.
Nick fell asleep at the Joe.
Nick was asleep at the bar, and we all tried to go to McDonald's afterwards and get some food. We all wanted McChickens because we were plastered drunk.
Oh yeah.
And we get back to Andrew's apartment, and there's a giant door. You remember that giant metal door separating the parking garage of his apartment.
And then the elevator.
Yeah. Don't know how I did it. Don't know what happened.
Don't worry, guys. I watched it happen. He
ran
straight into the door.
Somehow, I walked straight into the door. Face first, just bow. Just took it right to the face. Pause.
The funniest part about it is that the door was already open. It opens up into a wall. So him walking into the door didn't even make sense in the first place. Or like him walking towards the door didn't make sense in the first place. And then he walked into it when it was already facing a wall. The door was already open.
Like I said, nobody knows how it happened. It just happened. So you see what had happened was, which is how all the funniest stories start.
Oh yeah, 100%.
You see what had happened was. And I wake up the next morning, and we're all sitting there, and I kind of wake up, and I'm like, oh man, like, what happened, And our other buddy Nick, I can't remember if it was you or Nick, was like...
We both looked at each other and made the conscious... We both had it in our head. We were like, oh, fight.
Yeah, they're like, we got in a fight. And I was like, God, did we win? Because it feels like we lost.
Yeah.
And I had the worst headache. And I just remember going to Myrtle's in Market Square and having chicken and waffles and just feeling like absolute dog water.
All y'all felt like absolute dog water.
Yeah.
Nick didn't because Nick had work the next morning. This guy never shows up on time to work. And somehow...
He will be late to his own funeral.
Yes. And somehow, the night that we all get super drunk and we get back to the house at 3 o'clock in the morning, he somehow makes it to work in time.
He's
the one
up
time.
and gone.
Yeah, we didn't even notice he was gone. I just woke up and he wasn't on the couch anymore. We were debating whether he should call out of work or not, and he did not.
He was up. He had 3 speeds that morning. Here, there, and gone.
Gone.
Just out. That was probably one of the funniest stories.
Me and you got pulled over that one time. That was kind of funny.
We left a shooting range in
Yeah.
Gatlinburg. We were up shooting clay pigeons with our other buddy Richie. Picture right here.
He'll be on eventually. He's the guy connected with
Yeah,
the baseball stadium.
Yep. And so we all went up shooting, and we were leaving, and I was, we were just trying to get back because we were gonna watch one of the old bowl. We were gonna watch one of the bowl games. It was last year for one of the college football bowl games because we were going over to his house to watch them. Remember?
I think it was Ohio versus Tennessee or something like that.
I
Maybe
can't-
Oregon.
Maybe. And I see a cop last second.
I even told him that there was a cop there.
And I was like, well, so we pull over, and the guy's like, hey, I popped you. You were speeding, but you slowed down instantly, and and you pulled straight over. And we pulled over and waited for him to catch up because I was going a little bit too fast. And you can ask anybody. I have some of the craziest stories. Like, some of the craziest stuff happens to me, and I have no clue why, no rhyme or reason, but it just happens. And most of the time, they don't believe me. You can ask him. You don't.
There's some stories that he says that are just so outlandish, and sometimes I don't believe them. But after witnessing that, it's hard not to believe that he is being truthful.
It happened because the cop was like, hey, did you just leave the shooting range? And we're like, yeah, we just left. He's like, well, if you don't touch yours, I won't touch mine. I was like, sounds like a plan, my guy. And then all of a sudden, he comes walking back, and with the straightest face I've ever seen from a cop, goes, you look gangster as hell in your DL photo, dog. And I was like, what? And I'll post a snippet of what it looks like. I swear I look like I did 5 to 10 in the state pen. Like it.
And that's what he said. He said you look straight gangster in your DL photo, and that you look like you did 5 to 10 in your in the penitentiary.
And I was just like, nope, never been in the penitentiary.
That was the funniest
Not willingly.
thing ever, though.
No, it's just some of the funniest stuff. We had our buddy Andrew remember when he bought the car, that his Mustang?
Oh
his
my
drag
gosh.
racing Mustang? It had some type of knock. I can't remember if it was a torque converter or
It was
what.
it was
The
a torque
clutch
converter.
plate, or was it the...
It was one of the two. Something with the clutch.
And
But we didn't know that at first.
he does all this stuff to it. He's gonna tear the seats out, make it a race car.
We spent like 3 or 4 hours
Working on this car.
working on it that day. Like the week after he got it, as soon as we got time to work on it, we were working on it for 3 to 4 hours. And he pulls it out, and he's so super excited about it. Like, yeah, I'm gonna have a running car.
Puts it in neutral, lets the clutch out, just starts going off, and he's like,
I'll try and see if I can get a clip of his face too in there.
oh, it was so funny, the look on his face, and he's like, oh my god. And I was like, what did you buy?
And he looks at us all like we would know what the issue is.
Like we did it. And I was like, bro, we have no clue.
Yeah.
We didn't do anything.
The funny thing is we were going to
we were gonna put zip ties on his drive shaft. So when he drove it, we didn't even have to because it was knocking
it was already
while he
knocking.
drove.
But then we shortly found out that it was only whenever the clutch was not engaged.
Yeah. And then we soon fixed that issue, and it was good to go.
Now he's got a race car.
He does.
He's got some fueling issue right now, but
yeah, he'll get it figured out.
we'll have him on too.
nothing will beat. So I used to drive parts for Ford, and I can talk about this now because I don't work there. But I used to drive parts for Ford. Well, this I would go to, I'd go get breakfast in the morning because I was hungry. So I was like, well, why not?
Who doesn't? I do that
Right,
now.
I'm gonna go get breakfast. I'm out driving around. They're none the wiser. So I pull in, and restaurant's got the two drive-through lanes. Well, I order my one biscuit and a drink and a hash brown, and I pull around. Well, this lady was so ungodly mad that I had cut her off. She was cussing up a storm, screaming and yelling, and I was just like, lady, like, okay. And I pull
Chill
up to the
out.
window and I asked the lady, I said, how much is the meal for the lady behind me? And she was like, oh, it's like $4 or $5. I was like, you know what? I'm in a company truck that's a rolling billboard. I was like, I'll go ahead and buy her food. Be nice. Whatever. Yeah. I get the receipt, and she pulls up to the window, and I'm looking in my rear view, and I was expecting, a thank you, or I'm sorry, and she flips me off. Big mistake, because
Big
I am one
mistake.
petty motherfucker.
Yeah, you
I
are.
swear. And so I roll up to the window, get my food, and then I said, "Oh, here's my other food. I have the receipt." And I took her food with me because I paid for it. I'm eating it. And I told my boss this story, and he was like, "Are you serious?" And I was like, I thought it was funny. And he was like, "If you're serious, we're gonna need to talk, and you're probably going to be let go." And I was like, "No, no, man, it was just a joke. I saw it on TikTok." And he was like, "It's not funny." And I was like, "Okay, I won't say it again.
Seems pretty funny to me.
It was just a joke. I 100% did it, but I didn't want to lose my job." So, if you're watching this, Tyler, one, I don't like you, and two,
Yeah, fuck you.
it was 100% real, but I wanted to keep my job. And so, oh man, we've just been through so much.
Oh yeah, working at Ford. There's a lot that we went through working at Ford. Our old manager. Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Something else, man.
he definitely was not made for the position he was in. That's
He thinks he
100%.
was made for it.
They could think all he wants, I guess.
Think we're allowed to talk about why he got let go from that position?
Don't care. So, the real reason he was let go was he decided to commit warranty fraud
And tax fraud.
and tax fraud. Um, what I mean by warranty fraud, if people don't know, is just kind of,
It really helps the customers, but it's a big no-no.
right. So basically, your car's not in warranty or is about to go out of warranty. He did things to make it look like it was a warrantable issue so that the Ford would pay for it, and not the customer, or in some cases himself, because he did that with his own car. Um, Ford found out about it. They do not like to lose money,
They did an audit
as
on
most big corporations don't.
it. Oh yeah, no.
So yeah, he was subsequently let go. Then they went through back all of his stuff, and he had been taking tax off for certain things, and it was just a whole giant mess. And um, he actually ended up lying to us, and which is another reason why I left Ford, thinking that he could swindle us, and in the end, it bit him. He got his comeuppance, as my grandma used to say.
His come up.
Yep.
I actually saw him a couple weeks ago. He's working at Chevrolet.
Oh man. Well, congratulations for Chevrolet.
Yeah. He walked right by me like he didn't want me to tell his secret.
It's a dirty secret.
He got bumped down from service manager all the way to a advisor for the lube lane, which is really funny.
Yikes. How the big ones fall.
They all fall eventually.
No pun intended. Because he was big. But yeah, some of the funniest stories. We hmm, the Joe stories, hanging out at Andrew's apartment.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my lord. Andrew has this landlord, and we're not gonna divulge her name because we're gonna leave that.
She's already so happy.
Yeah, we're not gonna say anything about that. And we felt, or I felt a certain way about the way that she was treating Andrew, and decided to tell her how I felt on a Ring doorbell with possible naked white ass showing. Can neither confirm nor deny that there was a full moon that night.
There's a few little stars next to it.
a few stars, I guess. But man, some of the funniest times is or when we were all hanging out at we were hanging out with our buddy Richie and our other buddy Nick. We didn't know this, but had never caught a baseball. He never was the baseball kind. He never played, in the yard.
He's the
as a
one who
kid.
brought the bat.
I know, but we were hanging out, and boy, that boy tried to catch a baseball, and we spent probably 2.5 hours just trying to teach him how to catch a baseball. And
That's where we got this couch, actually.
yep, it's exactly
That night.
it was that night we got this couch.
Yep. No, it wasn't that night. It was before that.
Was it?
Yeah, we weren't with Nick whenever we got that. We tried to
No.
get on the radio station, remember?
That was the night we tried to get on the radio station.
Yep, and we dropped my couch at my house and brought this one here.
Yep, we tried to. There's been so many nights. If you've never been to Knoxville, there's so much to do, and
Kind of.
Until
you do everything.
Until you do everything, but I mean, I've lived here going on 6 years, and I still haven't done everything.
I've lived here my entire life, so
Yeah.
very different.
Well, I grew up in the middle of a cornfield in Indiana, so.
Well, I grew up in Blount County before it was anything, so it's a lot now, but that was only the first 5 years of my life.
Oh, okay. Yeah. When you were still learning how to eat cereal with water.
Because my dad didn't come back.
With the milk? That's terrible. So funny.
I actually have a tattoo of my dad, guys.
Well, in inner news. Oh man. I'll tell you what, some of the funniest stuff, even before hanging out with our friends, like we've had so many funny experiences. Like I was telling them, I made a spud cannon, and man, I freaking put as much Aquanet as I thought that thing could hold. I screwed the cap on it, boom, shot that thing, and it just kept going up. And I was like, oh, good God. Like, why is it still going up? And it hit a building. There were cops everywhere. I was like, oh my God. It sounded like a gunshot had went off. So people probably thought we were shooting at them.
What is a spud gun?
Yeah, so it's just a couple big giant thing of PVC. So it's like a 2 or 3 inch PVC tube, with a big canister and a grill lighter. So you put hairspray in there. You click the grill lighter.
I've seen those
combustion
before.
chamber. Out goes the spud at Mach Jesus. Just gone. And I shot it. It kept going up. And I was thinking to myself, this is probably a really good time to run. But I wanted to watch. It was like a car accident. Like you wanted to look away, but you couldn't. And it just kept going up. And I was like, oh my God. Boom. Hits that building. Sounds like a gunshot. I was probably 1.5 inches away from the window. Could have been really bad for those people because I would have ran. Cops started showing up. We're trying to break this PVC piece down. We can't get it, bro. We shoved it in we shoved it in a hay bale, just
A
like
hay bale.
it was a haystack. Shoved that thing in there as hard as we could, and took off. We were like, nope, we're out. And yeah, that was I thought I was going to jail that night. And then
How old were you?
14.
14.
14. Yep.
Twice the age you are now.
Oh,
Half the age.
Don't say that. Good God.
Imagine another 14 years.
No. But I tell you what, the night that I really, really thought, I was like, oh, this will be the night that I go to jail. Me and my friends got on top of Kroger because I was living in an apartment. After my parents had split, I was living in an apartment, and we climbed up the back side of the ladder, past the little like gate, because they guard the front half of the ladder with like a lockable door.
Oh, yeah.
And so we slid inside the ladder, climbed up the backside, then flipped around to the top and climbed up on. Well, we had eggs. And we were throwing them off the top at people's cars. And I thought to myself, I was like, I got a good one in me. I was going to try and reach one of the old cart corrals out towards the end. And I freaking stepped back, curl hop, chuck that thing. I mean, I gave it every ounce of power I had. Watching it fly, and the eggs tumble because they're lopsided.
Yeah.
Who starts turning left? I was like, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. I hit the one cop car sitting in the entire parking lot. Lights come on, spotlight cranks to the top of the building. We're freaking out. We're trying to climb down, and we get climbed down, and no sooner we get climbed down, here comes a cop car around the side of the building, and I'm like, do I run or do I stop? I've seen cops enough times that if I run, it's only going to be worse. If I stop, maybe I'll get away with it. So I ran. I took off running as fast as I could.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't stop. My buddy literally tripped and fell. I left him. I kept on going. I was like, every mother for themselves, dude, I'm out. And I went running inside, slammed the door, jumped in the shower, got done, blow dried my hair so it was dry, laying in bed, just waiting. I was awake. I just couldn't go to sleep. Then all of a sudden I hear freaking Greenwood Police Department. I'm like, oh my God. Pop the door open. And I said, hello? I was acting asleep. I tried to do the act asleep thing. And he goes, where were you tonight? And I said, I was here asleep. And he was like, really? Because we have reports that you were the ones throwing eggs off the top of the building. And I was like, I was here asleep. And he was like, well, you got anybody who can say that you were here? So I was like, do I wake my mom up or do I wake my sister up? I woke my sister up and I said, hey, I need an alibi. You need to tell them I was here. And she gets up and she walks to the door. And she was like, they're like, well, you're the only two here? And they're like, yeah, my mom's working. And he was like, your brother been home all night? She goes, yeah, he's been in there asleep. She goes, we made food. He showered and he went to bed. And I was like, see, I told you. And he was like, okay. He's like, but just know if I find out you're lying, I'm coming back here. I was like, okay. Shut the door. Very next day, moved out to my dad's house. I was gone. I said, nope, not today. I said, we're not playing that game. I'm out. Funny stuff.
Maybe they didn't have proof.
I guess they never found it.
No.
Because
they probably would have came to your dad's house.
You know what's funny is they probably would have. And they probably would have known my dad too, because my dad was on the fire department. So that could have been even worse. That would have been even
you'd probably
worse.
get away with it because of that.
I
got on my first speeding ticket because of my dad. Works for Anderson County EMS, or he used to. And I had an Anderson County EMS shirt on. I was going 57 and a 40. Cop pulls me over. He walks up to the window. He goes, you work for Anderson County? I said, no, my dad's like a supervisor or something over there, assistant supervisor. He's like, all right, license registration. Comes back, he's like, I'm just going to give you a warning today. He said, tell your dad I said be safe.
No problem.
No problem, officer.
No problem. I'm gone. Yep. I'd have been right there with you. I'd have been out.
How many times have you been pulled over?
No, I'm just kidding. 3 times.
3 times. What were they for?
Speeding.
All of them?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yep. So, got popped in the company truck when I worked at Ford.
Yep.
Yep, right before
In
Thanksgiving.
Kentucky, of all places.
In Kentucky.
Worst place to get pulled over.
Right before Thanksgiving last year. That's when it happened.
My.
Yeah, because I just hit my 1 year and it fell off my record. Thank God.
Did you pay the ticket for it?
Yeah, $380.
Oh my God.
With the deferral.
That's Kentucky for you.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they didn't make you go back up there to pay it.
I was doing 70 and a 55.
Brother.
Yeah. That was a big one. I got popped for speeding in Indianapolis. I was doing 60 and a 50. That one was really nothing. I think it was like an $80 ticket.
$10. 10 over.
It was like an $80 ticket and like 1 point on my license. So I was like,
there's a point on your license for going 10 miles an hour over.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. Is Indiana strict about it?
No, it probably wouldn't have been a point on my license had I said what I was supposed to instead of what I actually said, which was when he walked up to the window and said, "Do you know why I pulled you over?" And I said, "No, but I bet you're about to tell me."
So you're asking for it, buddy.
I think I pissed him off.
Maybe just a little bit.
And then the first time, my very first ticket, which actually wasn't technically
Then it's 4. You got pulled over 4 times then, because we just talked about one. I got pulled over with you.
Oh, then I did get pulled over 4 times. 4 times. The first one, well, I got pulled over, but it wasn't a ticket. It was a verbal warning. And that was because in my small hometown of Whiteland, if you know everybody, you get a lot more. And if anybody who watches this knows me, knows I will talk to anyone. I can hold a conversation with anybody. Like, I'll talk to you like I've known you for 20 years and I've just met you. I get pulled over running late to school in my '02 Dodge Dakota, which was all souped up, had the 5.9 V8 in it. It was a beast. And I got popped doing, he said 64, but I was in the 25-mile-an-hour school zone.
Oh, this guy. Just hitting kids all over the place, huh?
No, I wasn't. I didn't hit nobody. Everybody was already in school. I was late. And so he popped me, and I pulled into my parking spot because I was thinking to myself, I pull into the parking spot,
I'm safe.
He can't tow me. So I was worried about more than anything was being towed. And I'm thinking, okay.
I bet you can tow you.
Oh, he could. I watched it happen. Not by me. I never got towed, but I watched other people's car get towed. But I was thinking to myself, I was like, who is it? Because there was a couple cops that if I got them, I was like, oh, we're deep. But if I got the one I was hoping for, I might be okay. And sure enough, out steps Coach Croy's son. And I was like, oh, thank God. I was like, man, I ain't never been so happy to see a cop in my life. And he was like, what are you doing? And I was just like, dude, I'm late. Can't be late no more. I was like, it was either risk it and be on, and be a couple minutes late, or not risk it and be very late. And he was like, he's like, have you ever been pulled over before? And I was like, no. So this is the first time. And he was like, since everybody was in school and you were literally the only person out on the road, I'm gonna let you go. I was like, awesome, great.
You ain't gotta ask me twice.
See you later, bye. I was like, cool, thanks. And he's like, but don't think that I won't tell my dad about it.
Oh,
The up downs and the suicides.
Football coach?
Terrible. And that was because I tried to fly just under the radar, where I didn't really have to work very hard. I used high school as a social experiment.
A social experiment.
Yes, which was to see how much of the in crowd I could be in with not being in the in crowd. So I was friends with everybody because I had watched the Columbine thing way too many times, and I was like, I want to be cool with everyone, so they tell me not to come to school that day. So I was like, you know what? I'm playing the long game here. And but no, I was just friends with everybody, and yeah, it was a wild time between football and show choir, because I did show choir for a girl. Didn't work out. She didn't like me. It's okay.
She's really good at singing now. Worth it.
So you guys say.
What?
I said, so you guys say about being good at singing.
You don't think you're good?
You
know you're good.
I don't think so.
You know you're good.
Okay. I might know I'm good. Just a little bit. But,
Prick.
but, yeah. Just some of the craziest stuff.
I've been pulled over 3 times, and then a 4th time the cop just went right by me because he was going for my friend.
Oof. You know, that happened to me twice on Pellissippi. I'm driving down Pellissippi, just minding my own business.
In the company box truck.
In the company truck. Just chilling, cranking my tunes, and I look in the rear view, cop, red lights and sirens, and I'm like, oh no,
I'm losing my job.
So I'm like, okay, I pull over, boom, goes right by. I was like, whew.
The feeling that you always
pucker
get.
That I had. 2 days later, same fucking thing happens again. I was like, oh my god! I was like, this one's for me. It has to. This is
There's
my
no
karma.
way. I got away with it last week.
This is my karma. This one's mine. Goes right by again. I'm like, oh.
State troopers?
Oh yeah. I'm literally like, oh my god. I'm like, the pucker that I had both times. I was like, never again. I'm not driving Pellissippi. So I get on it, and every 5 minutes, I'm like,
looking at the rear view.
I'm
Shit, I'd be
checking my
looking at
mirrors.
it every 10 seconds.
I'm checking my mirrors like, please don't be a cop. That's almost that's almost as bad as the night we saw the cop that I taught you how to ride a motorcycle. Remember when we were in the Food City parking lot and I was having you ride my Grom?
Yeah.
When we left out of there and we were headed down Clinton Highway, that freaking cop come out right behind me. I was like, oh god, this is how it happens. I'm gonna get pulled over on the bike.
You ever been pulled over on the bike?
Nope, never been pulled over on a motorcycle. Almost been hit. Well, rephrase. I have been hit by a car, and cops showed up because person decided that they must have been out of blinker fluid and turned right in front of me. Couldn't stop. Up and over the car. Actually, that helmet busted. I mean, that's a carbon fiber helmet, and it's literally cracked.
All the way down the side of it?
Down the side. And no concussion, no nothing. It's pretty beat up, but saved my life. Because I landed flat on my head. Just pop. Right to the head.
Always wear a helmet.
Yeah. That's why I spent that much money on a helmet. Because, I mean, like I said, that's a $1,500 helmet. But
saved your life.
I have not found replacement parts for there, and my head is in there. So like, I'll wear jeans and tennis shoes and the t-shirt if I'm riding in the summertime. Because if my arm gets tore off, they can put a new one on. They put a bionic one on. That'd be kind of cool.
Shit, that would be sick.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I haven't found replacement parts for that one yet. So I'm like, nope.
Maybe some. They're starting to come out with
some.
With hearing stuff. Do you know that?
I
go
can
in
barely
there.
hear as it is now. I'm so deaf. Loud cars, loud motorcycles, loud music, loud women. I am deaf.
Shit, I can only imagine how Andrew feels.
Yeah. And that dude is about to
Commission.
well, he already commissioned, but
Oh yeah, he did commission.
he's about to do
go
one
out there.
crazy job, that's for sure. So we'll get him on and he can dive more into what
What
he
he's gonna
does.
do?
Yeah, what he's
Yeah.
gonna do and everything like that.
Hopefully, we can get him before he goes out.
Mm-hmm. I tell you what, I feel so bad for my girlfriend sometimes because she'll tell me to do something. I'm like, huh?
Oh,
Huh?
you ever do that? Like, somebody will tell you something, and you'll be like, "Huh?" And then halfway through them telling you again, you're like, "Oh no, I got it."
Yeah, you know what that is? That's not that's not hearing. That's because your slow ass brain can't compute. You're buffering. And then while they say it, it clicks. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, I know what you were saying. Hold up, wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Dude, shit. Sometimes I'll listen to what somebody's trying to say to me, and it just sound like words. Like it doesn't sound like they are all, like any
There's
of
no
them are put
meaning.
together.
It's just words.
Yeah, it sounds like somebody took a whole bunch of words and didn't put them into place. They're just like if it went and then but as it. I'm like, what?
You're just sitting there skipping like the old CDs, the CDs skipping.
Yeah, dude. That's my ADHD kicking in because I'll
Yeah.
in the pauses I'll hear somebody else talking.
Oh yeah. We were sitting on the couch before we were sitting on the couch hanging out before we came in here to do the podcast. I was staring off at a Christmas present, thinking about something else, and you're like,
Hello,
"Bro, you good?" And I'm gone. I am 3 sheets to the wind. The wheels are spinning, but the hamster's dead.
Yeah, Cappy's caught me doing that once before too. We all went to Texas Roadhouse, our big friend group, not just the boys, everybody. And
I think I remember this.
mm-hmm. She looked at me. She goes, sometimes I feel like I'm just talking to a wall. And I said, well, sometimes you are. I was like, sometimes it just doesn't process.
Babe, sometimes I know you're talking to a wall because I see your mouth moving. I don't hear the words coming out of it.
It just goes right over my head.
Yeah. I can tell you that's exactly what's happening. And even like I just looked at your shoes and I saw the red on your shoes, and the red and black made me think of freaking Halloween.
How is red and black reminding you of Halloween?
Because you painted your face as Darth Maul.
Oh yeah.
So
that's another funny moment in our friend group.
Backstory: we were all going as Star Wars people because we all love Star Wars, and we were gonna go as Star Wars. So I was in this inflatable freaking Grogu costume, and we'll put the picture up. And he's like, "Oh, I want to go as Darth Maul," and we're like, "Dude, that would be sick. That would be so cool." So, he comes over, and we're all hanging out with Andrew, and Andrew's like, "Oh, I'll paint your face," and we're like, "Okay, bet." We paint his face. We get it all done. Because we painted his whole face red, mind you, because the black will go over the red easier than the
God,
red.
we painted it all red first.
When I tell you, Andrew went to wash his hands after painting his face, and he looks at us and goes, "The paint won't come off." And we're like, "What?" All of a sudden, Dakota picks his head up from his phone, looks at us, and he's just red. Just beat red. The whole face. And he's like, "It's not washing off." Mind you, we have work the next day. So he's like, "Oh, it's washing off eventually." And I looked at his hand. His hand was still pink. And I was like, "Oh my God." We get done with Halloween. We walk down through the college campus and everything. We're done, and we were headed back. We got back to the house, and he goes to wash it off. He gets most of it off. We go, and the next day, oh boy, it's still pink.
I took like 3 showers that night.
like raw meat pink, just full face pink, and we're like, and our boss at the time was like, "Bro, are you okay?" Or like, "Are you sick?"
Yeah, he genuinely thought I was sick. He was like, "Do you need to go home?" I was like, "No, why?"
Nope. We
He goes,
thought
"You're not
about.
looking okay."
He goes, we honestly thought about going to work the next day without telling him to wash it off. And so he was just Darth Maul in the face.
I was a lube tech, so it would be hilarious
Because there
to
would have
look
been
out.
so many people watching you.
If you've never been to Ted Russell Ford, the lobby for where everybody can sit is right across from the lube lane, and
With
there's
this
a
giant glass wall.
so you can watch people working on your car. And we just thought it would be hilarious if somebody looked over and Darth Maul was changing their oil.
We told him we should have gotten the yellow contacts, and he could have been like looking up, changing somebody's oil, and then like look down and be like, and have the Darth Maul face with the yellow contacts, and been like, the hell?
The way you just looked up and down reminds me of when I passed out on the floor. Yeah,
Oh my god! When I thought you were dead.
and you said I came up like Kane or the Undertaker.
Oh my god. Okay, quick backstory. We're all at a friend's house, or a former friend's house, and we're all downstairs playing pool, shuffleboard, everything like that, having a good time.
It was
Well,
right after we woke up. We
yeah,
went to
from
bed.
Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We went to Joe, played some pool, shuffleboard, all that stuff.
Went
to
to
bed.
bed. I wake up and I gotta use the bathroom. Well, the one bathroom on anywhere remotely
Middle
close to
level.
the basement is in the middle floor, so I gotta walk upstairs to get to it. Well, you gotta walk through the kitchen to get to the bathroom, and I turn the corner, and I do not. Homeboy is laid out on the floor,
With my shirt off.
shirt off, just on the floor, bang. And I was like, "Oh my god, he's dead." I just found my best friend dead upstairs in this girl's house. And I was like, oh my god. So I'm like, I don't want to freak everybody else. So I'm like, Dakota. Dakota! And then he goes, what? And I was like, yo, what the hell? Did I get you? Did I like tear you away from the clutches of Vecna or something? Like, I was like, man, why'd you come up like that? And he was like, oh, I got hot, so I laid on the floor because it was cold. Brother, what? I was like, dude, you look dead.
Backstory. I think I have heart palpitations. Doctor said he didn't find anything, but that's what led me to go to the doctor about it.
Yeah.
But I had woken up and I had to go to the bathroom, so I went upstairs, and I started going to the bathroom. I was peeing, and in the middle of it, I was like, "Oh my god, I'm getting really lightheaded right now." I was like, "This is not good."
I'm finna pass out.
I thought I was gonna pass out while peeing. That would have been way more embarrassing. I'm glad I finished. So I'm like sitting there like, fuck, I can't. So I finished, and I try and lay down in the bathroom with the door closed, but
It's so small.
it was tiny,
It
dude.
was a tiny bathroom. It was
like
a half bath. It was literally
It was maybe
door,
like a 4x4.
toilet.
Yeah, like a 4x4, 4x5.
Yeah, it was small.
So I opened the door, and laid outside of the door.
And subsequently was found by yours truly,
yeah,
looking dead on the floor.
yep.
Yeah, that was a wicked one. My birthday was wild. Also got drunk at the Joe.
Yep, yeah, you did.
Yep.
I didn't get drunk.
Tried to do the worm. Failed miserably. And then almost, I knock on wood, wherever there might be some. I've literally never thrown up while being drunk.
Me neither.
Never done it. That was the night I was the closest.
Really?
I was.
You didn't even tell us that.
No, I just didn't want to, and I literally was like, I was sitting in her car while we were driving back, and I was like, I'm going to vomit everywhere. I was like, I'm gonna yak everywhere. Backstory: I had not eaten all day, and then probably took $200 to $300 worth of shots. Because me and my buddy Andrew, who's an alcohol enthusiast,
Not an alcoholic, an alcohol enthusiast.
he likes the good bourbon, and we went shot for shot. We both called it quits at the same shot, but I was, buddy, I was on another planet. I was wrecked, and it almost felt like the time that I accidentally got mega dosed.
Really?
And I'll tell that story here in just a second. But yeah, I come back and I was like, oh my God, I got in that car and I thought I was going to vomit all night. I stayed up all night because I thought I was going to yak. And I never did. I woke and I finally went to bed and I woke up the next day. I had the worst hangover. I've never had hangovers. I've never had a hangover.
I was about to say, you know what's crazy? I don't really get hangovers.
I don't get hangovers.
It doesn't matter what I drink.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I've had one hangover in my entire life. That was the first time I ever got drunk. Ever since then, never had a hangover.
It's so wild. But yeah, this was the one time I've ever had a hangover, and I had Tylenol, cold caps, you name it, and I still felt terrible. And then, so to backtrack, the first time I ever tried the marijuanas, the devil's lettuce, that stinky tofu.
Stinky tofu.
I literally it was New Year's. My dad was like, hey, you want a gummy? And I was like, sure. I've never had one. Why not?
Yeah, why not?
When in Rome, do as the Romans, I guess. Even though we were in Indiana. And I was like, cool. And he goes, I got two. I got orange and I got peach. And I was like, ooh, I don't like peach. Give me orange. And he was like, oh, okay.
See, I would have taken the peach.
Ate the orange. I was good. I was like, ooh, yeah.
The first hour goes by, you're like, is this thing working?
I know. Well, yeah, like I was like, I was like, maybe I should take two.
You have another?
Would you like a gummy? But I was like, oh, give me orange. So I ate it, and then my dad subsequently goes, oh no. And I went, oh no? What, oh no? And he goes, I gave you the orange one, right? And I was like, yeah. And he goes, And I said, what is going on? He goes, well, the peach one is a 30 milligram. And he's like, oh, I usually take the, peach one when I have, issues with my back. It helps with the pain and relax and everything. I'm like, okay, cool. The orange one was someone else's who is a frequent user of the devil's lettuce. It was a 1,200 milligram gummy. I swear to God, I was having conversations with people who weren't in the room. I was sitting by myself in a chair laughing. I was just sitting there just laughing so hard to the point where they were like, Rusty, you have to breathe. I look at my sister and I look through the living room into the kitchen. And I see my sister, and I'm looking at her. I'm just like, and I'm like, what are you doing? And she goes, thought that was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. Fell out of the chair. I was like, guys, this is hilarious. And I felt like I literally was like in slow motion. It was terrible. Stand up, look out in the front yard, and I'm like, swear to God, I thought I saw a unicorn in the front yard. Don't know why, because we're in the middle of a cornfield in Indiana. I was like, the fuck's in the front yard? They're like, there's nothing in the front. I'm like, there's something in the front yard. You just don't see it. I see it. You don't see it. I swear to God. And, yeah, that was the night I was mega dosed on accident. And I still, every time I think of it, I think of the Tom Segura skit where he's like, Tommy, please, don't kill me. I am your mama. Because I was on a panic-induced terror ride. and it was hilarious for everyone else but me. I swear to God, it was the worst. Scare. I have not touched the devil's lettuce since. If you're talking like a scared straight program, Megadose him. Megadose a kid, and I swear to God, he'll never touch it again. Because I've stayed far away from it. I'm like, nope. Mm-mm. Don't want that panic-induced terror ride. No, thank you.
The last time I got high, is because me and my buddy's dad were arguing that 100 milligrams wasn't a lot. I was telling him that 100 milligrams wouldn't do nothing to me because I had smoked before, I had gummies before. I didn't think they would do anything to me, and so we argued about it for like 30 minutes. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it, give me it. So I took it. I took 2 of them, and an hour and a half goes by. I'm like, I'm not feeling anything. And I told him that. I was like, see, I told you, I'm fine. I'm not feeling anything. Like, I feel a little fuzzy, but that's about it. Well, he pulls out this one hitter, which, if y'all don't know, it's like this metal cigarette. You just dip it inside of the little hole. It's got weed in it, and it pulls you out one hit of weed. You could probably take like 2 or 3 hits out of it, but one hit of weed. Well, I smoke about, I'd say it probably took 15, 20 hits of that. Maybe less, I don't know. But I know it was up there. And I just remember 1 second, I'm fine. 2 seconds later, clicked on. I was so fuzzy, and everything was funny as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
My friend's mom kept looking at me. She kept going, we got Mr. fucking Giggle Shits here. And it would just make me laugh harder. I couldn't breathe.
Oh yeah.
It was so bad.
I don't understand how these people do that stuff and then function throughout the day.
I mean, I used to do that. Like, I used to work at Texas Roadhouse, smoke a cart, but that never hit me that hard. That was insane. I didn't see anything, but I could have swore I was inside of those TV white static screens. That's what it felt like. And I could feel it through my entire body. It was crazy.
Yeah.
And then I went to sleep, and I was like, I'm going to go sleep. It's going to be gone by tomorrow morning. Still felt like I was high in the morning. I was like, I don't think I can drive home, y'all. I'm going to wait. I'm going to stay at your house one more night.
It's like, you know what? I think I'm going to stay just in case.
Just in case.
Yeah. We don't condone drug use. But we don't say not to do it.
Actually, was it the third time I got pulled over? I wasn't even high. I had just gotten out of the shower. I was going to my girlfriend at the time's house. We were supposed to go on a date. It was her birthday. I was heading over there, and this cop passes me. There's 2 of them, each lane. One cop passes me. He looks over at me and he starts calling over. I was like, what the fuck did I do? And at this point, I knew I was going to get pulled over. I was about to get on the highway. And I was like, fuck this shit. I'm not getting on the highway. I don't want to get pulled over on the highway.
No way, because that's a state cop.
So I keep going. I pull into the Waggles because I knew he was going to pull me over. He was following me at this point. I was like, what the fuck? I didn't do nothing. So I pull over, turns his lights on. I'm panicking, rushing to get my radar detector hidden because it's not illegal here, but if you got a radar detector and a cop sees it, you're just asking to get a ticket for it. Not for the radar detector, not the radar detector, but just for speeding and stuff like that. He comes up to the window and didn't say who he was, what he pulled me over, or what he pulled me over for, or anything. None of that stuff. He just goes, got anything illegal in the car? I said, no, sir. Well, he goes, can I search it? I said, mm-mm. He goes, so there's nothing illegal in the car. I was like,
no.
Mm-mm. And he goes, well, why don't you want me to search it? I said,
I know my rights.
I don't want you to. I'm on my way to a date. I'm late. And he was like, okay. So he goes back to his car, and he was sitting there for a second, like he was trying to get a dog or something. So I call my mom. This is the first time she didn't know that I smoked. She had a suspicion. She didn't know I smoked or anything like that.
Like, your mom's pretty smart.
Yeah. She actually told me that if I had it, like, this is way before this. She was like, if you got weed, you better be sharing.
Sharing is caring.
Yeah. But I called her. I was like, hey, I just got pulled over, and this cop wants to search my car. And I told him no, but he's been sitting there for a second. And she was like, well, just let him search your car. And I was like, you don't understand. And she was like, what? And I was like, there is something illegal in here. She was like, oh, well, you're fucked. That was pretty dumb. I was like, what do I do? And she was like, well, you gotta sit there and wait.
Deny,
And hope that they don't find anything. I was like, all right. So luckily he came back to the car and he was like, I pulled you over for a tinted license plate cover. I'm going to give you a warning for it, but just know to take that off. And I was like, you couldn't have told me that the first time?
Dude, I'm over here sweating bullets, man.
Yeah, you couldn't have fucking came over here, said that first, then asked me if I had something illegal in the car. Oh my gosh. I was shitting a brick, dude.
I bet. I know I would have.
But I got away with it.
You know what? I'd have acted
I tell you what, I never had in the car again. Fucking weed, dude.
I would have acted like Shaggy. I'd have been like, Scoob, we better get out here. like, man, we gotta go.
We gotta go.
That is insane. Insane.
See, I'm lucky with cops, I guess. I've been pulled over 3 different times, all verbal warnings.
Yeah, it must be nice. I've paid out well over $1,000 to cops. Yep.
Well, it must be nice not to get hit every single time you get a car.
That's true. You do have bad luck with that.
Yeah, it's only Mustangs, too.
Yep. Maybe you should get a truck. I'm just saying.
Absolutely not. Cars are better.
Okay. But yeah, so that was a little bit of kind of a diving into our lives a little bit, just so you guys get to know us better, and we'll divulge more stories and stuff when we have guests on here. Like we said, this is a podcast. It's just 2 friends. We're making it with friends. For everyone's enjoyment. We would love questions. If you guys want to write questions in the comments, we'll definitely look at them. And it's just this is something we've been talking about for a while, and we finally just decided to sit down and make it happen. So,
we made this room like 4 or 5 months ago.
We did, and it's just sat here vacant. And then we finally just got a wild hair and was like, "Yep, let's do it
right now.
Got to do it right now." And so, yeah. So if you guys have any questions, let us know, and we'll have some more guests on here. It'll be pretty cool. Where it's just kind of a fun, chill spot, so you can just put us on in the background if you want to while you're working, and hear some funny stories, watch some cool stuff. So yeah, that's about it. So I'm Rusty. That's Dakota from the Detour podcast. Tell your mom we love her.
Go.
And say what?
I don't know. Is there anything? Welcome to our podcast.
Welcome to the podcast.